Hello and welcome to the Neuroplasticity candidate. This is a new channel for me. My recent interest is neuroplasticity, and I will today speak about sleep, neuroplasticity or neuronal plasticity, and brain function. So people with personality disorders or narcissistic personality disorders and other brain function disorders, you can call it that, may need to have some therapeutic neuroplasticity treatment. So about sleep, let's say a small child is abused. Physical or psychological abuse or stress, or there are many factors that contributes to this, but today is about sleep. I will make other videos about neuronal plasticity. So, sleep is truly one of the biggest mysteries in behavioral neuroscience. Humans spend a substantial portion of their lives asleep, as do all other mammalian and bird species that have been studied to date. Maybe plants do sleep, who knows? Maybe they have not studied just that. Yet the functions of sleep remain elusive and continue to be a topic of debate among sleep researchers. This debate is complicated by the fact that there are two completely different forms of sleep: slow wave sleep and rapid eye movement sleep, each of which may have its own function. Many of the modern hypotheses on the possible functions of sleep presume that its servessome crucial role in neuronal recovery, maintenance and plasticity, which ultimately are important for brain function in terms of alertness, information processing, memory formation, and emotional regulation. Indeed, while we are only beginning to understand how sleep supports a brain function at the molecular and cellular level, sleep loss has an undeniable negative impact on behavioral performance and well-being. Moreover, accumulating evidence suggests that chronically restricted or disrupted sleep may contribute to age-related cognitive decline and psychiatric disorders such as schizophrenia and depression. This book reviews current knowledge on the importance of sleep for brain function. I am reading this from Research Rug Nederland, NL. This is a research article. Research.rug.nl, and it was published in, can I have a date on it maybe? Publication status, published in 2015. So, well, I was This book reviews current knowledge on the importance of sleep for brain function, from molecular mechanisms to behavioral output, with special emphasis on the question of how sleep and sleep loss ultimately affect cognition and moods. Did I miss something here? I think I missed this one. Well, I started. Indeed, while we are only beginning to understand how sleep supports brain function at the molecular and cellular level, sleep loss has an undeniable negative impact on behavioral performance and well-being. Moreover, accumulating evidence suggests that chronically restricted or disrupted sleep may contribute to age-related cognitive decline and psychiatric disorders. Such as schizophrenia and depression, and maybe others. So, I won't read all of it, but this is very interesting for me and maybe for others. So instead of using medication, you can treat personality disorders or schizophrenia and other personality disorders with therapeutic sleep, and there are others. I will come back to it on other videos. Kind of movement and diet maybe. So therapeutic diet for personality disorder and exercises, therapeutic exercises for personality disorders or depression. I don't know how to express all this in a perfect way, so sorry for stumbling over words. Maybe I should read a little bit more. One proposed homeostatic function of sleep is to globally downscale the strength of synapses that have been potentiated as a consequence of neuronal activity during walking. The core claim of this hypothesis is that experience and input during wakefulness are associated with a net increase in synaptic strength. In turn, sleep is thought to provide synaptic renormalization, and this reset of synaptic strength would then enable processing of new information next day. However, sleep does not appear to have a single effect on synaptic strength. An unbiased review of the literature indicates that effects of sleep vary depending on, for example, the type of walking experience that precedes sleep and the type of neuronal synapse under examination. In fact, another popular theory proposes that sleep is crucially involved in certain forms of Hebbian plasticity, which include input-specific strengthening of synapses that presumably underlie the formation of memory and long-term storage of information in the brain. Data in support of these different views on the role of sleep in synaptic plasticity are presented and discussed. So, Hebbian plasticity. We can Google it for you, and for myself actually. Yeah, there is a lot about it. What is Hebbian plasticity? We can start there. So, Hebbian theory explained when someone learns something new, the neurons within the brain begin to adapt to the processes that are required. This is basic mechanism of synaptic plasticity, which is described through the Hebbian theory. How neurons operate and link together creates a trend that begins the skill building process within the brain. So there you are. I was here, yeah. So several chapters in this book together provide an extensive overview of the latest insights into the role of sleep in regulating gene expression, synaptic plasticity, and neurogenesis. So, neurogenesis means building new neurons. Synaptic plasticity means kind of connection between the synapses. So, sleep can regulate gene expression, synaptic plasticity, and neurogenesis, and how that in turn is linked to learning and memory processes. State-of-the-art techniques such as optogenetics and pharmacogenetics are being employed in rodent models to unravel the molecular and cellular mechanisms underlying sleep-related memory processes. Brain imaging methods in humans are used to characterize the functional neuroanatomy of sleep stages and to assess regional changes in brain activity during learning and subsequent memory processing during sleep. These imaging methods provide an important window in the brain that helps to bridge the gap between established and well-developed behavioral learning paradigms in humans and molecular measurements in model species such as rats, mice, birds, and flies. Together, these different methods and approaches applied in a variety of different mammalian and non-mammalian species have clearly established that sleep helps to transform newly learned information or skills into robust memories. In humans, even a properly timed nap may have positive effects on the formation of memories. Moreover, beyond helping to store information, sleep may also promote the flexible combination of information and thereby contribute to insightful behavior. So, sleep may affect your behavior, your brain function, your physical behavior, and your mental state. That's what I try to research. So I will close up. The closing chapter provides an extensive overview of the pharmacological treatment of sleep complaints and sleep disorders, particularly in relation to drug effects on neuronal plasticity processes. Various lines of evidence suggest that sleep disorders may negatively affect neuronal plasticity and cognitive function. Pharmacological treatments may alleviate these effects, but may also have adverse side effects by themselves. So, again, one more time. Pharmacological treatments may alleviate these effects, but may also have adverse side effects by themselves. Understanding the complex processes underlying neuroplasticity may lead to targeted pharmacotherapy and help in the design of drugs that can restore and enhance brain function in patients with sleep disorders. Altogether, the chapters in this volume provide an extensive overview of the relationship between sleep, neuronal plasticity, and brain function, and they illustrate the exciting developments and progress being made in the field's attempts to unravel the mysteries of sleep. This book will be of interest to students, researchers, and clinicians with a general interest in brain function, or a specific interest in sleep and sleep disorders. So this is a review about the book, and this book is Preface to Sleep, Neuronal Plasticity and Brain Function. Yeah. So, sleep, we can go here and find another article about sleep and brain function. And this is a little bit interesting. I think it's here. It says synaptic plasticity model of therapeutic sleep deprivation. So it's very strange, but anyway, abstract. Therapeutic sleep deprivation, SD, is a rapid-acting treatment for major depressive disorder. Within hours, sleep deprivation leads to a dramatic decrease in depressive symptoms in 50 to 60% of patients with MDD. MDD is major depressive disorder. So scientifically, therapeutic sleep deprivation presents a unique paradigm to study the neurobiology of major depressive disorder. Isn't that interesting? So there are many articles and research about sleep, and yeah, You can Google it on your own if you're interested. Breathing exercises can change the brain for better sleep. I will come back to that in another video. Brain neuroplasticity in breathing control is also evident in so-called long-term facilitation, whereby after a series of reduction of blood oxygen concentration events, such as usually occur during obstructive sleep apnea, there is a long-term enhancement of upper airway respiratory muscle activity. That's for another video, but now you know what's coming from me about this topic. So I will just thank you for watching. If you find this interesting, I hope you subscribe to my channel. I hope you like it. It is very helpful for me to have more subscribers and likes, of course. And I hope you can share this information with someone that needs it.